What's up guys, and welcome back to another video. So today I want to focus on zkSync. Now I've done a couple of different videos on this layer 2 blockchain and what we can do to qualify ourselves for any potential airdrops, because there's been a lot of speculation about zkSync, not having a token and possibly having one in the near future. Now, since I did my last video, there's been a lot of things that have changed. So I thought I wanted to do kind of an update on the zkSync blockchain and what we can do to qualify ourselves for any potential airdrops. So since I last did a video, if you actually now go onto the frequently asked questions section of the zkSync website, you can see now will there be a token, and they have now responded yes. So we are pretty much 100% confirmed that zkSync will be having a token in the future. Apart from that, they don't give much information. So some protocols and projects, they beforehand they give criteria, right, to what you need to do in order to make yourself eligible for their upcoming tokens, and sometimes projects, they don't do that. In this case, zkSync, they haven't exactly outlined any criteria of who will qualify for any upcoming airdrops. So all we can do on these videos is speculate. Basically, we can choose maybe similar projects or protocols, maybe other layer 2 blockchains like Optimism, who have already had their airdrops, and we can say that, okay, this is what was used to qualify those guys for that airdrop, therefore we're going to do similar stuff with zkSync in order to maximize our chances of being eligible for any upcoming airdrops. Also, since the 31st of August, zkSync actually reset their testnet. So, and they also didn't state whether they'd made any snapshots of people who had been active on the testnet prior to 31st of August. Now, I'm pretty sure they would have done, but just in case, I think it's important that post 31st of August, to go through a bunch of different protocols on the zkSync blockchain and then interact with all the decentralized applications that you can. So that's pretty much what we're going to do today. We're going to go through how you can, mint yourself some testnet tokens, bridge them over to the zkSync testnet, and then use a bunch of different protocols. We're going to use 1, 2, 3, 4. We've got 5 different protocols today that we're going to use. One of them actually isn't on the testnet, it's on the mainnet. And another thing to notice as well is that all these 5 protocols that I've chosen that we're going to interact with today still don't have their own tokens, and all these 5 protocols could potentially be having their own airdrops in the future. So not only are you trying to qualify yourself for a potential zkSync airdrop, but you will also potentially be qualifying yourself for airdrops of the specific protocols that we're going to be interacting with as well. So that's enough for talking, we'll get into it. So the first thing obviously you want to do, I'm going to stick all the links to all the websites of all the protocols in the description, so it's going to be easier for you to quickly scroll down to the description of this video and click on each one to interact with it. So the first thing you need to do is go onto the zkSync website, and the testnet is actually up here at the top. You can see here now on testnet. If you click there, open it up, connect your wallet, and also if this is your first time interacting with the zkSync blockchain, then you will also need to add it to your MetaMask, which I'm sure it will prompt you to do automatically. So once that's done and your wallet's connected, you'll have a screen looking something like this. Now you need to go onto if you want all these coins like I've got here, and you want to go onto the Pheasant and you want to request some funds like this, you will need a Twitter account for this, because it will ask you to make a tweet, so people don't abuse the Pheasant. And then once you do that, a couple of seconds later, you should have some funds. Now the first thing you want to do is obviously you want to bridge tokens from Ethereum level 1 testnet over to the zkSync testnet. So if you actually haven't already got some Ethereum testnet tokens, I will have a link in the description of the video. You can go there and mint yourself some testnet tokens, and then all you need to want to do is just select a certain amount there. You see I think I had 1 Ethereum testnet token, and then I bridged half of them over to here, and then you just press the deposit button like this, confirm your transaction at the top right, and you got to wait for up to 5 minutes for that transaction to process. Now once that transaction has gone through, you've got some ETH over on the layer 2 blockchain, and you can start using all these different protocols. So the first one we're going to do is actually a mainnet bridge. So in order to interact with this one, you're going to need some Ethereum on the mainnet on the layer 1, and this is a bridge arbiter, and you can choose a bunch of different layer 2 blockchains here that you can send money to. Obviously for this one you're going to want to send money to zkSync. So the top one here is layer 1 Ethereum, so you're going to need layer 1 Ethereum, at least I think a minimum of 0.005. Obviously you're going to choose the quantity that you want to bridge, and then basically just press send, and that will send your layer 1 Ethereum funds over to the layer 2 zkSync blockchain. And I'm pretty sure that if there's going to be any criteria that's going to be needed to be eligible for an airdrop, it's going to have been to have bridged funds from layer 1 over to zkSync. So moving on, we'll go on to our first zkSync protocol on the testnet, and it's going to be MES protocol. Now these guys offer trading features, so if you click here you can choose between a bunch of different pairs: Ethereum, BTC, Doge and IMX, and then you can trade between those. You can take long and short positions on there. So for example, if I wanted to do that now, first thing you'd want to do, is you want to go into the deposit, because you then need to move your funds from zkSync layer 2 onto the protocol. So on here what you would do is you would say how much you wanted to deposit of the Ethereum that you've just bridged over onto zkSync, and then once you've done that you just want to approve and then deposit your ETH, and then you'll be able to see your funds here. And then you can basically you can start making some trades. So you can put maybe 25 or 30% of what I uploaded, and we're going to say maybe we think Ethereum's gone up, so we think it's going to go down. You just place your order just like that. Confirm all the transactions, and there we go. So we actually created a limit buy there on ETH, a limit sell, so once it gets down to 1,345, it's then going to sell Ethereum at that price. And yeah, so they have got a bridge section as well, but this actually just takes you back over to the bridge that we just used on the zkSync testnet portal. And so yeah, you can make a few different trades between USTD, ETH, BTC and a bunch of different coins as well. So you can make a few different trades on there, and once you're finished with that we can then move on to the next protocol. So this one is called Pheasant, and to start here, basically what you need to do is you need to deposit some ETH or USDC, and how you do that is just the deposit buttons here. Now you'll find that most of these websites actually have their own faucets, so there's easy way to mint yourself some tokens to be able to use these protocols. Now here it's pretty hidden, there's no kind of faucet button, but actually when you click deposit and you want to deposit some ETH, you will see here claim funds for testnet. So you just basically click on that and you'll be able to claim some USDC, and if you click here it will take you on to the ETH testnet faucet, where you can then get yourself some ETH as well. So you want to deposit some ETH and some USDC, and then from there you can make some trades on these coins, Ape, ETH and GMT. So we'll just click on one of them randomly. We'll go on to ETH, and you see here I've already been messing about, and I've already opened some positions. I actually opened a long on Ethereum, which is strange because I just opened a short on Ethereum on the other protocol. And this is how you do it here. So you want to decide whether you want to go long or short. You want to use how much of your funds you want to use, does your buying power, and then you just want to confirm it here, and then it will open the position. And then once you've done that, these guys do also have some pools available for Ape, ETH and GMT, and you just need to click the add liquidity. I was trying this before and it wasn't working as well. Adding liquidity is closed, so this function is currently not working, but obviously they might have had that fixed by the time that you're watching this video, so you can try that out yourself. So moving on, we'll go to the third protocol of today, well the fourth one actually. which is a Primex app. Now, these guys also have a token faucet here, so you can mint yourself some tokens to be able to trade on their platform. And these guys have a trading platform and a lending platform as well, so you can interact with both of them. So the way you do that is you decide whether you want to go. You have to be careful here because actually the buys at the top and the sells at the bottom, so you have to be careful which way around you have these. Now once you've minted those tokens, you should have some balances available here, and then yeah, you just choose what you want to do. You can see here I already opened some positions. I'm actually in -$5 profit in that one, and yeah, let's maybe open another position now. Maybe we'll change some ETH, something like that, and let's go for 100. Scroll that down and you can just swap like that. Now some of these testnets, obviously they are in the beta phase, so the transactions do take a little while to go through, so don't worry about that. Just you can just go ahead and continue maybe doing something else on the protocol during the time that the transaction is going to go through. Because like I was saying before, these guys have a trading side, so you might want to make a few different trades like I'm doing now, and then you can go over onto the lend, so you want to go on to buckets here. Now these guys have got a bunch of different pools that you can add some liquidity to. So I'm sure I've already added liquidity to one of them. I can't remember which one it was, but let's maybe go ahead and add some to here. We'll go for 0.1. Just got to confirm the transaction for a second time, and it should be good. So as you can see here, I've deposited 0.1 into the liquidity pool, and I've deposited 1,000 USDC. So okay, moving on onto the last protocol. This protocol is called 1kX, and these guys also have a trading feature as well as some pools and a bunch of other stuff that you can interact with as well. So you can either swap tokens or you can go long and short on certain assets. And there we go, managed to choose a pair that actually works on the testnet on this, and just make a trade basically. You can do long, short, so you can just do swaps. Maybe you want to do one on each one, maybe make one swap, one long and one short. Last thing to do is on the pools. See here I've already added some DAI stablecoin to one of the pools, so maybe we'll add some Chainlink now. Add 5 Chainlink, and there we go. Do have a borrow feature as well, so you want to maybe borrow some USD coin. There we go. Like I said, some of these test nets, it takes some time for the transactions to go through. And there we go, eventually it's done. So there is 4 different protocols for you guys to try out on the testnet, as well as Orbiter Bridge on the mainnet. That's 5 different protocols that you guys can use now to interact with on the zkSync blockchain to maybe make yourself eligible for any upcoming future airdrops. Like I said, for those of you guys that followed my previous videos, zkSync did reset the testnet on the 31st of August, and they didn't state whether they'd taken any screenshots or not. So you know, it's always better to kind of go back and redo what we did before just to make sure. And yeah, so if you guys took something out of this video, please give it a like and give the channel a subscribe. It'd help me out a lot. If you want to find out more about upcoming airdrops, upcoming opportunities in DeFi and stuff like that, then I also do have a Discord server, which will be in the description of this video as well. You can come join us over there. And yeah, so thanks for listening, guys, as always, and until next time, bye.